Hello everyone, I'm Dave. You may call me Modon Joe. Honestly, this game, I'm fairly sure it's been done to death. But you know what? I follow the Mythbusters credo here. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. So, in spite of the fact that you could probably choose 100 different better Let's Plays for this one, you have chosen me. For that, I hope you stick around. I will try to keep you entertained. I will try my hardest. And this is a game I am honestly intimately familiar. The SNES, for me, was, well, the system that taught me the joys of RPGs. From this, and Earthbound, and later I would find out that Chrono Trigger was actually a really good game. But, in spite of all that, in spite of my problems, in spite of the fact that somehow I managed to neglect the joy of Chrono Trigger, I have found some really good games, and I feel I know a good bit about the ones on the SNES. Because, while I was born in '86, and I did get to play the NES during its tail years, I am much more intimately familiar with the SNES. And while I have not done any Let's Plays from the SNES era, I feel it's about time to start. So yes, this is my start. It is a game that has Mario, which should only be atypical. I mean, you gotta cover your bases with Let's Plays, I guess. You got your Marios, your Zeldas, your Mega Mans. It seems like every channel does at least one of these. And if mine happens to be a little bit out of the ordinary, okay, it's not really that out of the ordinary. I mean, there are plenty of people recognize Super Mario RPG. Even if it's only for that rather quirky commercial with the old man raving. American commercials for video games are weird, I admit it. But I'm trying to ramble here through a 5-minute intro sequence. And a very enjoyable one at that. One that is nice enough to show all the great moments in the game, all the colorful characters that we'll encounter that'll join us on our quest. Maybe a little bit spoilerish, and you probably skipped all this if you were worried about spoilers. But in spite of that, it also introduced some aspects to Mario that have stuck around for better, and some that we have never seen again. But I'm not talking about Geno on that last one. Oh, I really... whatever. But, in spite of all this, has to be one of... Well, it's one of the games that sticks with me in my childhood, from my childhood. And one that I was very sad to find my card for has died recently. So... But... You know, that's how life goes. Things come, things go. So yeah, I'm not doing my normal intro, my coming to you live from a fungus-infested basement or something. I don't know, that was the only thing I could think of for Mario. Because, well, this 5-minute intro sequence, really. But, in spite of all that, and I really don't know why I decided to show the whole intro video, especially given the 5 minutes, but all that said, welcome everyone. Welcome to Let's Play Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. The game that kicked off the RPG phenomenon for Mario. But, you know, let's just dive right into it. I ranted enough. So, just create a file name first thing first. We're not naming Mario. Forget it. That dream's not happening. But, make a file name. It'll come in handy in one point later, but mostly just a unique identifier for whatever you're using. And here's that intro cinematic from before. Not much you really need to know about. I mean, the game knows what it is to start. You'll see why in a minute. Honestly, It's probably one of the quickest kickoffs I've ever seen for a story for an RPG ever. And I've played a good share of RPGs. They do tend to have slow starts because they want to pull you in. Not this one. 10 seconds in, boom, you're storming Bowser's castle. Though, it's not like you need any backstory. You're Mario. You save a princess. Go fuck up Bowser. What more do you need to know? If you do not know this, if you did not know this back in the SNES days, there was something wrong with you. If you do not know this now, you're probably just, well, you're probably just my type of my type of viewer. But yeah, like a lot of good RPGs in the SNES days, the enemies were actually on screen and you could actively try to avoid them. I'll use this to demonstrate combat right now. For the most part, there are no random critical hits. Your damage, if you could get extra damage, it's pretty much just by timing, by pressing the attack button at the right time. As you can see there, I'm pulling off quite a few 1-2 punches for and pulling off extra damage, knocking out these terrapins in one shot. They're basic enemies, nothing fancy. I mean, they only have the one attack that you see there. And I clear them out. It's an intro stage, though, so no experience, sadly. Now, I'm gonna go ahead. I said if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna clear all these guys. Like that. Boom. All of them gone. No experience gained. I don't see the reason why not. So let's continue on. Let's rescue that princess. I'm sure this is gonna be a quick game. After all, we're already in the castle. And the bridge collapses. Well, Mario's cut down that bridge more times than we can count, so I guess that's gonna happen. That's one thing I like about this game. Square looked at everything Mario at the time and put everything in. And I do mean everything. Hell, you even get chain chomp chandeliers. That's something. But, Bowser, you ready to get mowed down? Ah. Man, I never noticed what a rack Peach has until she was strung up there. I'm sorry, Toadstool. They still called her Princess Toadstool back in these days. But, yeah, let's go ahead and take them out one shot. All you need is one-time jump. And it doesn't do anything, because we weren't supposed to know to take out King Clink yet. Oh well. I guess we're just gonna have to bide time, punch Bowser in the jaw. Yeah, that's... we have to... event flags. The pain that you give me sometimes. But yeah, just a quick sock Bowser in the jaw, and Peach should be telling us... yes, aim for the chain. Yep. Alrighty then. That's about it, and... so long, Bowser. That was a quick fight. That was a quick game. I'm sure there's nothing else. Oh, the puns will only just begin, ladies and gentlemen. That's one thing that this game... that's one thing that Square realized about this game. If you're gonna be engaged... they figured that this is gonna be everyone's first RPG, so they did a lot of things to keep it simple, and they also tried to do a lot of things to keep it engaging. Humor, for one thing. I mean, we go so far as to start with simple puns, and then Bowser lamenting that he isn't a complete patsy and that he's always tired of being the one to take the fall, even as he takes the fall again. But yeah, I love how quickly this game puts you right into the action. I mean, right here, you're already here. We've already rescued the princess. How much more can you ask for? Okay, I thought we rescued the princess. What happened? What's the sudden earthquake? What are we looking at? I don't know what we're supposed to be... why did that star break? And why is a sword descending from the heavens? That is never a good thing. Well, that can't be a good thing for Bowser anyway. Usually that's the kind of thing that comes from fairy tales, when sword descends from the heavens and then suddenly an evil king gets slayed. But, yeah, flash of the title card, and the 7 stars. Yep. Pay attention to where they all go, folks. That'll be important later on. Meanwhile, we get launched out of the castle. Yay! Ah, so this is where Mario lives, huh? Huh. Never thought about it. I mean, this was the first time we ever got to see Mario's home. And... of course, he has a pipe on his roof, so that way he can do his best Santa impression. Yeah, what do you expect from a guy from Brooklyn? Well, we have that pipe on there for a reason. Oh. Oh, you were expecting her. Huh. Well, princess getting kidnapped is something that happens every day in the Mushroom Kingdom, so I guess they've come to a schedule around it. I imagine that's gotta be painful. There are complications. Yeah, at this point, they had yet to give yet to hire Charles Martinet as a voice actor, so Mario was pretty much a silent protagonist. So yeah, let me show you how to save here. That's the save block. You can go down there, save if you want to, and there's actually a very cute little Easter egg with that save block that I'll show off later. I don't remember it right now. So, let's just head back, take the world map, and head back to Bowser's Keep. I mean, I'm sure it's not that hard. I mean, if we live right next door to Bowser, I'm sure we're going to be able to storm the castle again. Right? Right? That sword has a face. That sword is talking to us. Smithy gang. Huh. So you're going to take over the world, huh? Oh, not... What are you doing? Okay, so moving your jaw really fast is enough to cause an earthquake. Okay. Alright, I guess going back to the castle's out of the question. Well, maybe Peach and Bowser also got launched from the castle. You never know. But I guess we're gonna have to tell Toad the bad news, huh? Well, Mario's gonna have to. Of course, he's a silent protagonist, so... At least they're making him a silent protagonist. He does talk in the other Mario games, at least. Oh! I do love how they get around the silent protagonist issue by having him be a mime. Before you know it, they're gonna put him in an invisible box. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to talk to the Chancellor. And explain to him where the princess is. Oh, great. Toad! Yes, you did bunk me on the head there. Yes, I know how to use items. I'm not gonna show you the tutorials, folks. I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm here to explain the game to you. Even though this is probably a game that 1,000 people could possibly explain to you. Monsters! You've never seen a Goomba before. Seriously. You live in the Mushroom Kingdom. You've never seen a Goomba before. I mean, if the princess gets catnapped every day, you would have seen a Goomba before. Fourth wall broken, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, she does. Well, we already made that clear. Oh, more mushrooms. Awesome. Well then, I guess that's it for the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your time. If you like what you saw, stay tuned. There's more to come. Until then, I'm Dave, and yes, we did take a bump on the head. Remember, keep your eyes on, keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. And giant swords far away from you. Take care.